In today's video, it is buy early, the $9 stock that will print millionaires. And then second, we're going to be looking at the new trade setups for the day, if there are any. And last, we'll be looking at your stock requests. So tune in and let's go.
Stock is setting up to skyrocket. This is a stock that has a clear catalyst, major backing, as Nvidia just bought a huge stake in it and extreme upside. I believe this stock is going to be one that makes a lot of people a lot of money. But you do have to play it with a clear strategy, and we're going to break down everything you need to know. In today's video, I'm going to go through the latest on our favorite plays, what's going on in the market, what you need to know, and then we're going to go on to this main entree. I'll put all the timestamps down below. And as always, if you're the one taking the ultimate risk, you got to be the one doing the ultimate frisk. Always do your own due diligence on all ideas presented. And quick plug, time is running out on our Palantir 75 coupon code on Zip Trader options. If you'd like to get access to our alerts, our private chat, and our step-by-step video lessons, I'll put that link down below. And also, if you want to take advantage of the now up to 30 free stocks that you can get if you sign up with Moomoo using our link down below, make sure to check that out. Excellent broker, excellent platform, and you need the best if you're trading in the market, folks. Okay, let's go ahead and start with SMCI. So I believe it's fair to say that we've called SMCI right so far.
Okay, SMCI, that's his first stock that he wants to talk about, right? This is the one where it had the 10-20-50. I know a lot of people got really excited about it. It ran up into that order block. On yesterday's video, I went into great detail about how you could have traded out of this and actually gotten out right here at the top of the order block, which would have saved you maybe 5 to 10%. I mean, from the low 13%, currently right now about 5%. So definitely go back and watch that video. But this is the SMCI first stock he's talking about. Now watch these order blocks. These are a real thing, right? These are an actual real thing that continue to work day after day after day. Pretty soon we're going to be calling these outlier blocks because they'll be in outlier. But until then, it's unbelievable how well they work.
12 days ago, we made a video saying buy early, this one stock will make millionaires. And of course, we were talking about SMCI. And at the time, the stock was trading at $33.84. And today it went to $65.18, which means we are just under a double in a couple of weeks. These are the types of plays that I live for, folks. If you look at our call options that we alerted.
Oh, legit. This is the beginning potentially of a new stage 2 uptrend, but it's so early on right here. I mean, when the moving averages are squished and when they're crossing over, right, that's your stage 1 sideways trend. And then a very, very quick stage 1 sideways trend, a very quick run up right here. I don't know. It ran so hard, so fast. It's crazy to look at. Let's actually go to SMCI inside the platform. SMCI here. Let me make this bigger. We did get that buy signal. Got that buy signal January 27th. Yeah, right here on this candle. That's why I've got marked here. And I mean, from there to here, just bonkers, 112%. So really, really strong move. And if you want to look at the fear and greed, when it hit that buy signal, it was at a fear value of 22. So it goes from 0 to 50 in fear, 0 to 50 in greed. So a 22 on the fear scale, and then it moves its way up. It's currently sitting at G22. So it's flipped. Now it's at greed value of 22. Again, I've talked about SMCI before, how I would have traded around it, but I mean, great stock. It's still in a great trend right now. I would just be a little bit anxious. Now we do have earnings coming up here. This could be a buy the rumors, sell the news type of event where it gets absolutely monkey hammered like PayPal did at earnings, right? PayPal met the monkey hammer real hard. So we'll just have to see on SMCI. Let's continue on here.
To members the day before that, well, we alerted these at $3.08 on the 5th, and they ran to $22.25 at highs reached this morning. That's a run of about 622% alert price to highs. Now, that being said, I got to tell you, SMCI has been one of the easiest, most clear-cut plays out there because the company has been around for decades and has been servicing the biggest tech companies in Silicon Valley forever. And all of a sudden, because of short seller allegations, the stock was down. Again, short sellers know markets are guilty until proven innocent, and so they know they don't have to be right on allegations, they just have to allege them loud enough. And these allegations were so effective that SMCI even lost their accounting firm and delayed their filings, and this created this crazy self-fulfilling prophecy where markets lost trust in the company. But
wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Steve, I got out of SMCI during that video. Cheers. You're welcome, dude.
Overall, I mean, the customers didn't lose trust. This company continues to count Nvidia, Tesla, and Microsoft as its top partners, and many, many other companies in Silicon Valley work with them. And they've been doing this for decades, which is why I never doubted them. I don't believe for a second that big tech companies would send billions and billions of dollars year after year to this company if it was this big Fugazi fraud company. I have no doubt they had a few little accounting errors here and there, as every company does, but the allegations the short seller alleged, complete phony BS, and they've already been debunked by independent auditors multiple times. And the business continues, quote, in addition to securing a major deal with the XAI data center headed by Elon Musk in Tennessee, SMCI is also involved in the production of computer server products for data centers and is incorporating Nvidia AI chips. Supermicro is now the top performing member of the S&P 500. So anyways, folks, shout out to folks that did the due diligence on the stock the last couple of weeks and made a double if you just simply bought the shares on this, and even more if you bought the options, a lot more. Now, this company actually has a filing deadline coming up on February 25th, which is why people are buying this up into that deadline, and I would expect a take profit.
Oh, that's what FS is just right now. I saw it pop through. SMCI could get delisted if they don't file right now.
Period shortly after that deadline is hit. And while again, I think this is one of the best values still at these prices anywhere in the market, the truth is that if you're up 100% on shares or 600% on calls, I would definitely start locking in some profits. Because again, just because something is still undervalued doesn't mean you're going to realize the upside there immediately. And you certainly could see some big pulling back immediately, right? Okay, next, HIMS. So HIMS, of course, is our favorite telehealth play. And quite frankly,
yeah, HIMS has been like on a giant run lately. So this kind of content I can get on with, like stocks that actually are good, stocks that actually are trending in the right direction, right? I haven't seen anything like AMD. I haven't seen anything like what's another Jeremy stock? ELF, right? All these stocks that are like getting absolutely monkey hammered to death. I haven't seen anything like that yet. HIMS, another one that I wasn't even aware of that actually you guys brought to me inside of the trading room here inside the live streams. And I talked about how you could have traded this actually twice, right? You could have traded it two different ways. First is taking the buy signal that came out of Outlier, making a couple bucks on it here. And then it could have, been off your radar until the 10-20-50 crossed back, right? I mentioned this one a couple days ago. Then that could have been a second entry point if you really wanted, and you could have like watched that rocket ship. But the 10-20-50, the outlier trend template, dude, that's free. You can have that forever for the rest of your life on any charts, right? The 10 over the 20, price over the 50 is a trend, right? And sometimes they go back and forth, right? Sometimes you might lose a buck, sometimes you might make a buck. But when it's there, when this aligns, it can go for ages and it can go huge. It can go straight up to the moon, it looks like here. Now, I will tell you, this really looks like a buy the rumor, sell the news event right here. Like really gives me some heartburn. I'm not saying that it can't continue on here, but a lot of times these FOMO meme stock type plays, they get burned and they get burned hard and fast. Let's look at how greedy people have gotten on HIMS. I'm actually very curious on this one here. Holy moly. Still has a buy signal in Outlier, if you can believe that. Okay, so the buy signal came here on November 26th, like I was saying. This is at G48. So the greed value on HIMS right now is 2 points away from our absolute maximum. So I'd be very anxious on HIMS. I really would. But let's continue on.
I mean, they are flipping the middle finger to big pharma, but they're also flipping the middle finger to short sellers. HIMS has been a major play of ours since the fall, and quite frankly, it just keeps blowing everybody away. If you bought the stock when we first called it out on the channel, you're almost at a 3x. And if you bought the calls we alerted when we alerted them, oof, are you up a lot. Folks, a lot of people say I like the clickbait in my channel, but quite frankly, I mean, this is a stock that's making a lot of people real rich, real quick. And today it started accelerating even faster. Why? Well, HIMS just made a big announcement. CNBC reported HIMS and hers to offer at-home blood draws and lab testing with new acquisition. Oof, has this stock been a fun time. They just keep expanding and expanding and pillaging, and we love it. Lots of moolah rolling in. That's it. I've been telling you for weeks and weeks and weeks that HIMS is a $70 to $80 stock. Guess what? We're now in the 70s. So again, wait for the next coolback and or wait for the next earnings report to come out and give us facts and evidence for us to either upgrade our price target or say, hey, you know what? This play, it's overvalued now. I think the subscriber growth that we're seeing justifies $70 to $80. But when we're getting higher than that, I'm starting to think, I don't know, man. There's a lot of risk. Risky. I would not be surprised to see this drop 40 to 50% before its next new high. That's again a matter of why you got to have a stop loss. People love listening to my videos when I say this is a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy. But very few people like to listen when I say, hey, you got to have a stop loss. Hey, if this goes down 10%, it's time to cut your losses. It's time to lock in your profits, right? So keep that in mind.
Dude, I can get on with this channel. Like he's actually spitting facts, right? He's talking about stocks that are moving in uptrends, stocks that are powerful. He's talking about stop losses. When have you ever heard other YouTubers talk about that kind of stuff, right? they'll quick clickbait you and say AMD is going up $700, right? That's the kind of bullcrap that we deal with all the time. But so far, I like what he's putting down here.
Mine. Okay, next, Mara. So Mara, lovely Mara, is the top crypto miner in North America.
All right, let's look at Mara. There was a question here. Is it possible to add cryptos? Crypto is also coming. I know for a fact that is on our roadmap soon. Okay, well, I take back everything I said. Mara doesn't look good. Not only that, but like, tell me order blocks don't work, right? Tell me order blocks don't work. Oh my gosh, tell me order blocks don't work. Hang on, this is going to be fun. Sorry, my evil laugh got a hold of me there. Tell me order blocks don't work. Let's count them. All right, so going back to February 10th of 2022, this order block was created. And then it had 4 candles. 4 candles. And they went down. A 5th candle, tried it, it went down. And then a bunch of candles right here. So let's just say 1 grouping, 2 groupings, rejected both times. And it went down. And for years, it stayed in this stage 1 sideways trend, right? What do I mean by stage 1? Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what a stage 1 is. Stage 1 is this sideways trend, okay? Stage 1, and then stage 2, when it goes up. Stage 3 is the topping pattern here, where the moving averages start crossing around, and stage 4 is on its way down. So the stage 1 lasted for ages and ages and ages, right? And then, so that was in 2022. Earlier this year, no, late December, early January 2024. Let me remove some annotations here. You can see it came up, rejected again. Came down, rejected again. Came back up, rejected again and again. And we got a second order block on there. So it's double stacked. And so what is that like? That was like 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. 6 times. It got pretty close, so I'd count that. Keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. 7 times, keeps on going, keeps on going. It's down like this, right? I don't know what it's going to take for HIMS to break over 28, but it's going to take a lot. Like this stock is repelled by these order blocks right here. Now on the other side of it, right, on the bullish side of it, it's been bouncing like crazy down here. This order block created in September of 2024. Bounce, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. It's up, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Right? It's like it's like it's going to ping pong in between these 2 spots right here. So this is not a great stock as far as the chart goes. I mean, the chart is just a history book of what is the stock done. And this is not a brilliantly strong stock at all. I don't know if he's saying to short it. Maybe he is. Maybe he's saying buy puts. Let's see.
And it's one of the best run in the world, if not the best run. And a lot of folks, when a stock is down, they decide to completely abandon conviction. But this is a stock, folks, that I believe if you look at the business, you look at the overall trend of how they've been able to...
Hold on. I don't like this. Hang on. You know what I'm doing. When I reach over here, something's going down. Just getting it ready.
To scale up their hash rate and their overall production capacity. Well, this one is a no-brainer. Folks, let's be real. Mara is going to perform badly until Bitcoin goes into its next super cycle, but now is a time to slowly...
Well, legit. At least he's being honest here and saying it's going to perform badly until Bitcoin does whatever it's going to do. I know that they're correlated.
Accumulate at best a deal as you can. I think if you're buying under $15, it's a no-brainer. You just got to make sure that you understand, hey, if Bitcoin takes another 3 to 6 months to turn around, well, you're going to be down. It's impossible to predict when the next super cycle is going to come. But look, overall, Mara is going to be one of the biggest benefactors in my view. Okay, next, PLTR.
I thought he would say more. So he's saying accumulate it down here. I disagree. I disagree strongly. Why not wait? Why not wait until it's on the other side of the dip and starting to come back up, right? Because when you're buying it when it's going back up and not when it's going back down, you're actually buying into strength. And when you buy into strength, that's because you're making money. Because only price pays. I had to do it. I was just sitting over there. I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it. So his next one, Palantir. So Palantir has been absolutely monkey hammered. Yep, we're doing it. It's been absolutely monkey hammered. The last couple days. I mean, legit, look at this thing. From the high to now, right? 15% to the low this morning, 23% pullback. That's bonkers pullbacks right here. We did get a sell signal on February 13th. Check that real quick. So if you had been following the buy and sell signals here, you would have got out a little bit early. I had somebody as one of the YouTube comments, they were like, how in the world did you predict the sell signal 2 days before it started to come down? My first thought was, magic? But the real answer to that is because it got exceptionally greedy right here. And so it's like, well, if all the buyers are already there, right? If all the buyers are already in town, who's left to come? Nobody. All the buyers turn into sellers. So I don't get very surprised at all when I see something deep green or deep red have a quick snapback. I tell you this all the time. When you look at the fear and greed inside of Outlier here, and you see the further green, the further deep it goes into greed or fear, the more likely it is to snap back. That's exactly what we saw. Exactly what we saw on Palantir right here. It snapped, and it snapped really hard.
So Palantir hit yet another new high this morning, and then it had a dumpito. But look, folks, overall, this stock is up about 1,622% since we publicly begged people to buy it at $7.28. And truthfully, we've reiterated the stock as a buy for many, many years at nearly every price area since it became publicly traded. And that is because we had conviction in the stock. There's some FUD going on right now about defense spending going down and also about a potential share sale. I think both of those things are BS. But again, at some point, you just need something for Palantir to breathe on. We love buying dips, and if Palantir takes a bigger dip, well, that's going to be great. But so far, Palantir's barely off highs. We just hit a new high this morning. Speaking of buying on dips, if you do want to buy the dip on our Zip Trader options
please don't buy any dips.
membership, coupon code Palantir75 is still on, but will be ending very, very shortly. Okay, now it's time for our main entree, the one stock that is set to absolutely skyrocket.
All right, let's go. Let's get ready for this $9 stock that will print millionaires. I am so stoked for this. Let's go.
And that is Applied Digital Corp, APLD.
Okay. APLD. APLD. Okay. Well, let's zoom out a little bit here. What the hell? What kind of chart is this? All right, so actually, let's change this to monthlies. That'll give us a little bit of perspective. That's a little bit different here. Okay, APLD ran its market cycle, right? It ran that in 2021, 2022. And it's gone sideways. Oh, that daily candles is going to have to be better here. I mean, this chart's kind of crazy. Let me show you what I mean. Like, what happened here? I mean, legitimately, penny stock, huge growth, right? Your stage 1, your stage 2, your stage 3 moving averages cross back down, and stage 4 down on this side. But is this like a humongous gap down here? How much of a percent gap down was that close to close? Yeah, like a 56% gap down. Good Lord. Okay. Well, anyway, that was back in 2022. And since then, it's been going basically sideways for 2 years, 3 years. This is your stage 1. This is your stage 1 over here. It continues, goes back and forth, right? You might make a couple bucks here and there. You might lose a couple bucks here and there. And then 2023, big move up, sideways move, stage 4 downtrend. Okay. And now we're looking at stage 1 again. Stage 1 again. And then in the meantime, it's got these order blocks overhead. I wasn't even looking at the order blocks. And then getting absolutely rejected every chance it gets into these order blocks right here. And we're back into now a double layer order block. Bro, I mean, if I'm looking at it just on today, your 10-20-50 is pushing north. You've got double order blocks right here. So it's going to take a lot to move through that. I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't buy this with your money. Sorry. Hey, Brian. Brian's a long timer. It does look a lot like AMC. I don't know what this is, but this is not the stock I'm writing home to tell my mom about. No way.
Now, Nvidia just dumped a bunch of stocks and bought this single stock that stands out more than almost anything else I've seen Nvidia buy in the past. It's actually absolutely insane. Now, folks, if you're ignoring this stock, you're making a big mistake. I'm not saying go all in guns blaring, but I'm saying start taking a look at this stock. And if you start seeing it cool off a little bit from this Nvidia news, that's the time to strategically buy. APLD builds and operates next-gen data centers designed specifically for AI computing, blockchain processing, high-performance cloud workloads. In other words, APLD isn't just running data centers. It's running some of the most powerful high-performance AI infrastructure in all of the world. world. This isn't your standard AWS, Amazon Web Services. This is a specialized infrastructure built for AI and high power.
Hold on. We watched one of his videos before, and he was just straight up pumping a certain stock. It was so egregious. It was almost like it was an ad. Is he doing that again here? Robert had a question. How do we see charts on the platform? They should just be there. Right. This is the price chart of Palantir right here. They should just be there. And then we actually have a lot of cool stuff. Right. You can hide columns if you don't want to see certain things. You can hide the market breadth. You can hide the constituent heat map, and then you only have a chart. So maybe something's hidden for you. I don't know. Maybe we just refresh the page and you'll be able to see more. But yeah, back to this. This almost feels like it is an advertisement.
Power computing. And here's where it gets really interesting and why this has been brought to my attention. Again, Nvidia dumped a bunch of stocks in their latest filings, but they disclosed buying more of this one. The Nvidia people are the smartest folks in AI, and they don't just throw money at random companies.
Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 1-ish, maybe stage 2. Look, it just repeats over and over and over because this is human psychology at work. The markets are people.
Companies. Nvidia is really, really good at buying stocks. The stock price goes up 3,000%, and then they sell out, or they buy more shares if they want to take it over. And Nvidia just acquired quite an ownership stake in APLD's AI cloud business. Direct investment from the biggest AI company in the world into APLD's business, which to me means that's massive, massive backing. It means that Nvidia believes in APLD's ability to scale high-performance AI data centers. It means Nvidia wants to secure AI hosting capacity in a...
Baker asks, would you play APLD if it runs through the order blocks? Maybe. Do we cover APLD? Maybe. APLD. We cover 2,500 stocks, but there are times when we don't. Looks like we do. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at APLD on here. Now I want to see some juicy data. Give me that juicy data. Oh no, I think I messed up my show heights. Show market breadth. Show constituent heat map. Okay, that looks more like what I expect. All right, let's zoom in. It does actually have a buy signal. That came really recently, actually. February 18th. You can see the heat map right here starting at a G3. The constituent heat map in the tech sector. Tech sector has been not as greedy in the last few days, but still not in a bad way. But let's just play this out. All right, February 18th. So a couple days ago. So far, so good. But keep in mind, these order blocks right here act as really strong resistance. So I tell you, I wouldn't buy this. However, if it got over here, I'm way, way more likely to buy this. Now, why would I be way more likely to buy this, right? A, order blocks are gone. B, this is going to be like 52-week highs right here. And that is bullish AF, right? And then leading up into earnings, that could be a great play right there. So if it's over $11, right, I might be interested. But until that point, nah.
In a world where AI compute demand is exploding. Nvidia believes that this company has something that Nvidia doesn't, and believes that it's cheaper for Nvidia just to buy them instead of Nvidia create it themselves. Now you got to remember the context here. So
hang on, someone mentioned in the chat, the performance summary looks crazy. Okay, let's look at that real quick. So every stock that we cover, we have an instant back test to tell. Oh my gosh, you're right. Only 44,772% following the outlier signals. Okay, that's a new one. That's a new all-time high that I've never seen before. Wow. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, we have an instant backtest feature to show how the signals have performed over time. And that's a really good one, obviously.
So AI compute power right now is in a big supply crunch, and APLD is one of the solutions to that. AI companies cannot train their models without access to high-performance compute infrastructure, and right now, again, there's a big shortage. Every tech giant is scrambling for AI server capacity. Data center demand is through...
This feels like another ad. I can't listen to this, right? Is he being paid to do that? Are you not just the same person as me when you see an ad, you're like, how fast can I skip the skip button? Oh, finally, right? It's like I just climax doing that. I'm just saying. That's how I hear ads, right? It's like, how fast can I get through this? I don't want to hear this anymore. So I don't want to hear any more of that. So let's rank the video. And before we get there, I don't think I introduced myself. My name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, I want you to rank this video and, of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. So here's my criteria here, and I'm going to have to do it because everybody always does it. Nobody gets a 7. Nobody gets a 7. When no one gets a 7, it forces you to make a much harder choice. Is it or is it For me, okay. I liked his first several picks. I did not like Mara. And I don't like the idea of accumulating anything as it's in his downtrend. And this last one, the whole ad for the last 5 minutes, I'm going to throw it into a meh. I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. Lots of 5s, 7s. Wait, what the hell? 7? Just for a second, I blanked out. Stop it, Andrew. Outlier shows a buy signal for MHCP. Guide us through. Okay, Luca Tubo, do me a favor. Hold on to that because we'll get to that in just a minute, but I'm not going to remember. I know for a fact I won't. I apologize. Hey, what's up? For 6.9, 3, 8.5. Randy's being generous today. 4s, sorry, MHCP. Okay. That was a clear 7. Yeah, right. Awesome. Lots of different rankings here. A fast talking salesman makes it a 3. 6 for the good bits, 2 for the rest. Okay, I can get on with that. 6 for the good bits, 2 for the rest. I'm on board. I agree with you, Steve. Well said. It gets to Jeremy. No stock is good enough for you. I know. I'm the worst, and I never even trade. How can I not put my money where my mouth is? The always use stops won me over. There you go. I appreciate that as well. Okay. Let's do this. Let's move on to today's member highlight over in our Discord. So I love sharing what you guys are doing over in the Discord. And let's see here. Someone had this monkey graphic that I was like, hell yeah, let's go. That's your monkey hammer right there. Definitely appreciate. So this is Virtual T. Definitely appreciate the coaching. And I think I have a new term for the outlier community. It's no longer FOMO. It's FOTMH. Fear of the monkey hammer. Stop losses save you from the monkey hammer. It's true. I'm an early riser and I drop in to review my account and any pre-market news to adjust my stop losses. And today, consistency paid thanks to Chris and the outlier community, right? He's talking about his Palantir stop right there. Got him out at 122 on that stop. So outstanding work, Virtual T. Let's see, Party Van, a $7,000 gain with Palantir. Saw the green order blocks. And he bought some 1 DTEs, which I do not recommend. But a big red candle triggered his stop loss there. But outstanding work there as well. Let's see if there's anybody else. Oh, yeah, this one, I saw this yesterday. Gimme 312. It might be tricky, but can you guess where I started to learn from you? I wonder if we can get anybody have any guesses where he started to tune into us? I'm going to guess where it started going vertical. Yeah, outstanding work right there. Congratulations. And of course, we want to hear your stories in the Discord as well. And the first rule of Outlier is you tell everybody about Outlier. And you also hit the like button. Now back to trading. Now this is where we're going to look for new trades for me to see if anything sets up in the Outlier trading room. So real quick, how does Outlier, or what is Outlier and how does it work? Well, Uncle Bourne used to say, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Outlier shows you if investors are acting irrationally, fearful, or greedy, and by how much. And I like to show that as we go, which allows you to get into the stock before the Outlier move happens. And you can get into the annual pass for 64% off, which is just 82 cents a day over at outlier.com. And if you have a monthly trial, we'll take care of you. We'll upgrade you. No sweat. Just shoot us an email. We'll take care of the rest. And my style is called the golden ticket trading strategy, and it's where only price pays. Now, I want to see the 10 over the 20, price over the 50 on the SPY. So the market. Let's see. Where's the market here? Little pullback today. Not much. Just 50 basis points. It kind of faked some people out earlier on in the day. But your 10, 20, 50, all of that is still intact. Still a bullish trend. I can't deny it. Even though we've been sideways for 2 months, close to new all-time highs, it's still a bullish trend for sure. I'm not going to deny that there. Next, market breadth. If we go to market breadth, we can see how many stocks are showing on the buy versus the sell signals here. And this has been going down for a hot minute, meaning less and less buy signals, more and more sell signals. In fact, today we have 49 new buy signals and 63 new sell signals. And we also have a sell signal on the SPY right here. The SPY still has a sell signal. So for me, this locks up the master key, and I'm not going to stress. I will continue to wait. But that's just how I play. That's how I play the game. I wait until things are working for in my favor, and then I go in hard, and I go in deep, and I go in big, and I win. Just putting it out there. The SPY signal has a sell. The market trend is bullish. Market breadth is bearish. Sector breadth, I don't know. Some of them are bullish, some of them are bearish, but it doesn't matter. The master key is all locked up for me. So because I don't have any trades to put on, that means I want you to put your trade ideas in the chat. Drop them in the chat right now, and let's take a look and see some of these charts. Let's take a look and see some of these charts. Why not 69% off? That would be nice. Dustin, I see what you did there. And just for that, Dustin's going to start us off on SU. SU. I have some notes on here. Let's do this. Let's follow the bouncing baby right here. Okay. So back in May of 2024, I traded SU. Now, this is a great example as to sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? Obviously, I lost on this one, but let's follow what happened here. I got in at 40, 44. The next day, it went down. The day after, it went up. The day after, it went up. The day after that, it went down. It closed under the 10. It closed under the 20, or at the 20. It closed under my half ATR, and that's okay. So I took a loss, 78 cents, under a 2% loss on this particular trade. And then what happened next? What happened next? Well, I'll show you what happened next. It looks like a monkey hammered down a lot. Came back a little bit, and there's no guarantee that these ever come back. And has honestly gone sideways from May 2024 till now. Look at that. That right there, my friends, is the stage 3 topping pattern. You've got your stage 1. Tell me this doesn't play out every single time on every stock. You've got your stage 1, you've got your stage 2. I got in at the end of it, basically, nearly at the top, and that happens, and that's okay. Your stage 2, your stage 3 is sideways for a while. But if we're looking at it right now, I'll take my notes off of it. Where I got in was about where that order block was created. But it's sitting inside of an order block right now. Your 10-20-50 is all pointed north. Let's look at SU inside of Outlier. Oh, JC asks, how do I find the ATR? So a couple different ways. You can put it on any chart. It's literally just a basic chart function on here. But if you go into Outlier and you go to the VIP Investors Toolkit, I have something you're going to love. Scroll up to the portfolio sizing spreadsheet. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I already have a copy. If I click it, it's going to make me make another copy. You go into there and you just type in any stock like SU. It'll actually calculate the ATR, the half an ATR down, and then 1 ATR up, 2 ATR up. You can pull in your position sizing that you're comfortable with. It'll tell you the share size that would work to fit that. It would also tell you the option size and the dollars risk at the same time. It's a pretty sweet spreadsheet. I'm just telling you right now, it's a pretty sweet spreadsheet. So if you don't want to add that to your chart, just download that spreadsheet and keep it handy. Okay, let's look at Outliers data for SU. Let's zoom in. It does have a buy signal. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. It does have a buy signal here on February 18th. The greed value is already up at G23. Greed value is already at G23. So for me, I would be looking to get out with the greed value of G33, right? That 10-point spread on the greed value would be where I'd look to get out. Other than, closing under the 10. But you're sitting inside of an order block, which I don't love. And you also have another order block up here, which I don't love either. Hey, there's Mahesh. Our buy-sell signals take into consideration heat maps, direction, reversal points, bidirectional volatility based on internal calculations of negative Oh man, Mahesh is pulling out the big words today. Hurt my brain right there. Oh, and positive volatility. And when you see the stock is in a downtrend, red indicators, heat map values, etc., they are EMA based. They are not EMA based. Gotcha. Okay, thanks Mahesh for that. So that's SU. Let's go to the next one. Bert. ACHR. ACHR. Did I talk about this recently? I know I must have. Okay, ACHR. It's got your 10, 20, 50 all across north. It did have this big gap up, but it is still not closed under the 10. It's moving over towards earnings. Let's see, do we cover ACHR? An outlier here? ACHR. Yes. Okay, give it just a moment. Okay, so we got that buy signal. And it's like froze on me. There we go. So we got the buy signal here. You can see the greed value continuing to eke up. Currently, greed value is at G10. The greed value at that point in time where the signal came was at G6. So I would have given it a 16 point or get out at 16. So it looks like it might have some room to run. And you got earnings the next few days. Just be aware of that. A net exclamation point. A-N-E-T. Okay, I don't love this one at all. A-net looks really rough, right? That got monkey hammered like no one's business right here. What happened? From close to close. Only a 22% loss. Jeez Louise. Okay. But looking at this, we've got our 10 under the 20, price under the 50. You got some order blocks down here that could be some support. Let's look at outlier here. A-net. And let's change this to the 6-month view. That's awesome. Thanks. You're welcome. Swifties. Swiftlees. Hey, guys. All right. So we do have a buy signal right here, but it's also going like deep into the fear category. So I would have gotten out. Now, here's a pro tip. Here's a pro tip. When you're using outlier and you see that the heat map stalls or reverses direction, this is something you should be aware of. What do I mean by that? So even though we might have a buy signal here, and it's like frozen on me. There it goes. That looks like it was at G6 on that point. A couple days later, it ran up and then started to come back down. We can see this right here, right? The heat map went up and then it came back down. When it stops, right? When it stops getting higher, that to me is a sell signal. When show what I mean. We want to be getting in a stock when it's getting more and more greedy. But at some point, that greediness hits a plateau. And this is data you can't get anywhere else. When the greediness hits a plateau, that to me is a sell signal. It doesn't always mean it's going to turn around, but that is how I look at that. So when I say heat map stall or heat map reversal, that's what I mean by that on this slide. Okay, let's go to the next one. Bert, you're welcome. Let's go to TXN. 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 Texas Instruments. Okay. So you got your 10, 20, 50 crossed over yesterday. So this is the beginning of a trend. We don't know how far that's going to go. Let's zoom out a little bit. So right now, I don't see any order blocks in the way. This new trend that has started right here could be something legit. Let's go to outlier, TXN. And we got a buy signal on, give it a second to load in. There we go. We got a buy signal today. In fact. Now, the heat map down here is at a R14. So for me, when it starts into R's, I'm looking to exit at a G13. So it's got a ways to go on the fear and greed map. So if I were in this, following that 10 moving average, or following the heat map right there is going to give you a lot of insight. But this one looks sharp. This one looks like you caught a really strong turn right here. Great job. We'll do 2 more. Let me scroll. Wolf. Wolf sounds interesting. Wolf. Okay, another caught a trend change right here. Your 10, 20, 50. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a longer term downtrend, but well, right now, it might be the start of something new. You got an order block up here at 957, so you actually got plenty of room. I would trade that 26%. Let's go see it in outlier real quick. Wolf. And I saw Mahesh's post. Let me read that real quick. Where'd it go? We are currently working on charts. You'll see better looking charts sometime in March, and he'll update us in the Discord. Very cool. Wolf, though, does have a sell signal that it's sitting on at the moment. But you may have caught it before outlier changed from the sell to buy. It's up 8% today. Good gravy. Yeah, we do have a sell signal right here. You may have caught it before it changed over to the buy signal. So you might be leading the pack right there as the wolf. Jean-Louis wants to be the last one of the day. GLBE. GLBE. All right. Ooh, what happened here? GLBE got, you know what? It got GLBE got monkey hammered real hard. Oh my gosh. This is what can happen with earnings, right? This is why I tell you all the time, trading up into earnings is fun. I love doing that, but trading at earnings can be really bad. It can be like Palantir. It can run, but also it can monkey hammer you really, really strong. I mean, this has been in a beautiful trend, right? Zoom out just a smidge. Yeah, there's your stage 1 back here. Stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 lasted about 30 seconds before it started in stage 4. But you could have got out a little earlier by trading out once it hits these order blocks areas. I really want you guys to pay attention to order blocks, soon to be outlier blocks, because this is going to save you so much headache, because you can't tell me order blocks don't work over and over and over and over again. Now, why is that? These are spots where institutions want to get filled. They're waiting. They have orders. They said, when the price gets to this level, we're going to sell. When the price got to that level, what happened? They went to the dance. No, it got sold. Of course, it got sold. But that is one where, like, if you haven't already taken your hit your stop loss there, it's really brutal. Oh, he's short. Let's go. We're wondering how low it can go. Jean-Louis, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. You nailed that. Your 10, 20, 50 pointing down. Way to go. And Randy says, I loved him order blocks. I loved him order blocks. All right, let's do this. Let's go the opposite direction. Let's see if Globe is covered here. GLBE. Let's look at the sell signals, and let's look at the heat map as well for Jean-Louis. Now, I haven't been short, Jean-Louis. I haven't been short since 2022. All 23, all 24. I only bought calls. I didn't buy any puts. And dude, way to kill it. Now, it did take a while for that sell signal to come through. January 23rd, finally it came through. And this is what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay, great example, Jean-Louis. Thank you so much for that. When I talk about the snapback that can occur, this is what I mean, right? It was deep in the greens, right? This is up G34, 33, 34, and then snaps, and then snaps right back, right? When the greed gets overextended, it can be a huge, huge snapback, just like a rubber band. So again, no trade set up for me today, but that's all right. I'm going to continue to show up every single day. And of course, tell me what you're trading in the chat, and be sure to come back tomorrow. We'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. YouTube is going to pop up a couple recommended videos. I recommend you watch one of them, and I recommend you have a fantastic day.